Yo, what up, you guys? It's your boy, the Kryptonian, saying, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 224. And this chapter, wow, Luffy out of character, but I'm sure Luffy has a good reason for him telling Zoro not to fight, Bellamy and his crew. And the thing is out of character, but I'm very fucking intrigued. This is one of the things that one of my mentors told me. Was like, hey, if you really want to throw your readers for a loop, get them in a situation where they expect the main character to do something that they normally always do, and then have them do the exact opposite. Just make sure you foreshadow it beforehand. That way it's not completely, unexpected. And when you do it the way Oda did it, it works. We had this huge build up where it's just like, oh, Luffy, don't fight. Luffy literally didn't throw a punch. And I was so expecting it because, yeah, Bellamy making fun of his whole thing about King of the... Well, he didn't say King of the Pirates. So he said, chasing after the One Piece and dreams. They're making fun of Nami for even thinking that the Sky Island existed. I mean, you just see a whole lot of disrespect. Luffy's getting his face shoved into the bar. He's being tricked. He's being called a country bumpkin. I mean, it was a lot of stuff. And what really got me was I was just reading this and I was going, Luffy's going to knock this dude out. Luffy's going to knock him out. And even when Zoro got his sword and Zoro, pulled it out like, look, you need to chill out. I was thinking, okay, Luffy's going to knock him out. Luffy's going to say, hey, I got this. And I don't know if it's because, again, I just got that Arlong Park feel. But I was just waiting for it, and the shoe never came down or the hammer never dropped. So this was interesting, man. Very interesting. Now, with that being said, I do think that this chapter, in terms of pacing, this is another slow-paced chapter, but there was a lot going on in it, and that's one of the reasons why I don't mind One Piece. I know from different things, that I've seen that, like, oh, One Piece is at 65% right now, right? Like 65% completion, and I think I talked about that in another video. I'm not sure, so I'll just be real brief on this. But 65% progression. If it's going by story arcs, then, long ass time coming if there's more pacing like this. So with that being said, I do just think that when even you have chapters like this that are very slow paced, what's very beautiful is the fact that Oda has so much information in the chapters for you to dissect. And because One Piece continues to bring things up later on, you have to be cognizant of what's taking place. You have to take notes and remember things. Otherwise, stuff will pop up and it's going to catch you completely off field. So, with that being said, this chapter, a lot of it just centers around the whole thing that, Bellamy was just like, look, I'm trying to recruit you to my crew. I thought you had what it takes. This is very disappointing. And that's when he just gets into the insults with Luffy. And that was interesting to me. Like, when Nami says we're trying to get to the Sky Island, that Nami was just like, hey, this dude's going to start fighting. I need to get the information now. If I don't get the information, we're never going to have it. And so by doing that, she's basically giving Luffy permission to fight after she gets what she wants. However, the thing that got me about that is after everyone falls out laughing, that never happened. Like, Luffy never fought. And I keep going back to it because that was just so damn shocking. It was so shocking. Like, I think the first time I saw Luffy kind of get angry and upset like that was when Kobe was on Alvida's ship. And Kobe basically stood up to Alvida, and Luffy got pissed, and Luffy did what Luffy does best. And I was expecting that. So, very simple chapter, guys. My chapter question for you all is gonna be this, okay? Were you just as shocked as I was that Luffy decided not to fight? And if you weren't, why? And if you were, what did you think the reason behind Luffy being so shocked was? And then the second question I have for you guys is going to be, was there ever a time that you yourself decided not to pursue someone, not to fight? I know for me, and I probably should have talked about this earlier in the chapter review, but this, again, one take, one shot, one kill. So I know for me, there was a time where I did have an opportunity. I've had a couple opportunities where I could have fought and I didn't. And for me, one of those times was, you know, and this is personal for me, but I actually found out that a girl I was dating when I was in high school, one of my friends, you know, we're not friends now, but, you know, at the time we were friends. And what I found out was that, you know, he raped her. And the thing that just really tore me up on that is he did that while she and I had just started talking, and I had noticed a change in her. And so I finally dragged it out of her, and it took everything I had in me not to fight when I confronted him. And the thing is the reason why I didn't do it is I'm looking at him because I know so much about him, and because I understand where so much anger and all that shit came from. And I know this dude had problems. I'm looking at it and I'm going, you're not even worth it. As pissed off as I was, and I got into a lot of shit for that. Like Sarah got on my ass for it. But as pissed off as I was, I couldn't lay hands on him for that reason. Because I realized two things. I realized that if I were to hit him because of stuff that I've dealt with, I know that I probably wouldn't have been able to stop myself. And if I wouldn't have been able to stop myself, I wouldn't be here now making these reviews, doing these different videos, different things like that, you know, because I know that once I flip that switch, that's it. And so I don't know if that was the thing for Luffy, because Luffy was going, if I hit this dude, I'm going to fuck him up. I don't know if that's what it was, but I'm very interested to see where this is going. So, with that being said, sorry to get so damn deep on you guys. You know how this goes, you know, personal stories slip in and out of these reviews all the time. But if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Greatly appreciate it. That's it. Thanks for watching Kryptonian saying. Have an awesome day.